The UAE's private sector shrugged off lower oil prices and rising salaries to record the highest levels of business activity in 5 years last month. That's according to the latest economic data from HSBC's Headline Purchasing Managers Index (PMI), which rose sharply to 61.2 in October. Index figures above 50 represent an improvement in business conditions, with figures below 50 representing a falling off. The 3.6-point monthly increase in the headline index represents the largest monthly rise in the survey's history. The index is calculated from monthly input provided by purchasing executives at about 400 companies across the country's non-oil private sector. 4 of the PMI's 5 components, including new orders, output, employment, and stock of items delivered, posted record highs in October, the exception being suppliers' delivery times. Mirroring the rise in business confidence and activity was a rise in pay inflation for the 5th successive month, together with the fastest month-on-month rise in average purchase prices since March 2012. Year-on-year inflation across the UAE increased to 2.9% in September, its highest level since March 2009, and is expected to increase to 3.5% next year, according to forecasts from National Bank of Abu Dhabi. Middle East carriers have recorded their strongest increase in international air travel in September, with a rise of 15.8% compared to a year ago, according to figures revealed by the International Air Transport Association. Airlines from the region continue to benefit from the strength of regional economies, as well as expansion in export orders that support international business activity and business-related premium travel. The Aviation Authority said capacity rose 14.9% and load factor climbed 0.6% to 78% for the month. Globally, IATA data showed demand growth of 5.3%, measured in revenue passenger kilometers or RPKs over September 2013. This continues the positive growth trend for passenger demand, even though the performance was slightly below the August year-over-year rise of 6.3%. IATA said September capacity rose 5.1% and load factor rose 0.2% to 80.3%, with the body predicting that airlines will deliver an $18 billion net profit on revenues of $746 billion for a 2.4% net profit margin in 2014. Dubai's luxury homes market has witnessed a decline in prices during the third quarter of 2014, with prices of prime properties in Dubai falling by 0.2% between July and the end of September. The figures were revealed by Knight Frank in its Prime Global Cities Index for Q3, with the consultancy firm attributing the drop in prices in part due to temporary factors such as Ramadan, which led to weaker buyer activity, but also due to the UAE Central Bank's mortgage cap, which is stricter for those purchasing properties above 5 million dirhams. The index also showed that luxury home prices in the Emirate rose by just 2.6% over the past 12 months and by 0.9% over the last 6 months. The annual growth in prime property prices more than halved compared to figures released 3 months ago, when prices were said to have increased by 6.3% year-on-year. Dubai has also fallen down the index from 13th best performing real estate market, tracked by the property consultancy in Q2, to 21st this quarter. The previous 2 quarters saw the Emirate featured in the top 2 positions. This year's Dubai Helishow has opened at Meydan and is showcasing the latest innovations in helicopter technology and operations. The biennial exhibition is the only one of its kind for the helicopter industry in the Middle East region and has attracted over 2,500 industry visitors representing 20 countries, including high-powered key delegations from the GCC. Now in its 6th edition, the Dubai Helishow 2014 was inaugurated by His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who, being a pilot himself, was very keen to review the exhibition, with His Highness making stops at 16 top exhibitors to gather more knowledge and information on the offerings. Some of the major global players exhibiting this year are Russian helicopters, Lockheed Martin Corporation, Sikorsky Aircraft Corporation, Petroleum Air Services, AAL Group, and Ukrainian helicopters. The event sees many exhibitors using it as a platform to exhibit new prototypes and offerings, such as first-time exhibitor AAL Group's promising UMI-8 MTV-14 prototype helicopter, and Sikorsky Aircraft Corporation U.S. Navy Seahawk aircraft, the world's most sophisticated anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare helicopter.